Good morning, Bianca. Thank you very much for putting time in your diary so that we can have a chat about your great accomplishment of completing your NQF5 qualification. So from our side, we just want to say congratulations with that, all while managing twins and your own rental management business. So I would like to know, what is the most challenging aspect of balancing these commitments and how did you overcome it?
Well, firstly, thank you very much for the congratulations. So, yeah, balancing my NQA5 qualification, twin parenting, and rental management business was indeed a big challenge. I think the most demanding aspect was time management. So, with twins, obviously, every moment is accounted for, and adding studies and business responsibilities to the mix really requires a lot of planning. But to overcome this, I have prioritized my tasks. I've created a schedule and I try to stick to it. I always made sure to delegate tasks where possible and whenever I was home or in my business. So that was the most important part for me. I must say my husband is my biggest support system, and he played a huge role in helping me stay on track and just to keep focused on my goals and all of that. I must say one key thing that helped me was setting realistic goals for myself and breaking them down into smaller, manageable chunks. So this allowed me to focus on one task at a time, and it made the progress just so much easier for myself. So I'm very proud of achieving my NQF5, the qualification, and obviously doing this while navigating the demands of twin parenting and running a business. So it was a very challenging journey, but the sense of accomplishment and personal growth makes it all worth the while.
Well, congratulations. I'm so glad to hear that your husband is there with you, part of your journey, and that he's supporting you. And something interesting that you mentioned is delegating tasks. I think we sometimes feel that we have to do everything. So I think that was very clever of you to delegate your tasks. And I can think that sticking to your schedule and whatever you've planned for yourself can be challenging. But I want to say congratulations, because without sticking to that, I can't see that it's possible to do this qualification with everything else you had going on in your life.
Definitely.
So you've been part of our team at EXP since 2022. So how has this supported you in achieving your professional goals, including this recent qualification?
Well, being part of the EXP team has been instrumental in my professional growth. So the supportive environment, the opportunities for development, and the collaborative team dynamic have all contributed to my success. So that is a big thanks to that. The team's encouragement and the resources helped me to pursue my NQF5 qualification and the flexible work arrangements that we have with EXP that allowed me to balance my studies with work and family responsibility. I am very grateful for the experience and the knowledge that I gained working with EXP, and I'm excited to apply my new skills and my qualifications to drive even greater success in my career and in my role.
Yes, I also love the freedom that we have as agents, where we can plan our own day and decide what we focus on. Is really something special that we have with EXP. So running your rental management business is really impressive. So what motivated you to start your own business, and what kind of impact do you think it had on other agents?
Well, starting my own rental management business was driven by a passion for delivery, for service delivery and exceptional service, and making a difference in the lives of property practitioners, owners, and tenants. I saw an opportunity to provide a more personalized and efficient approach to rental management, and I was motivated to turn this vision into a reality for myself. As for the impact of other agents, I'm proud to say that in my business, we had quite a high standard for customers, for customer service and professionalism in the industry. So Many agents have already reached out to us for advice or guidance, and we have had the opportunity to mentor and support them in their own careers or along the way, building their career as well. So this business has also helped us to streamline processes to improve communication between property owners, tenants, and agents, making the rental experience smoother and more enjoyable for all the parties that are involved. It is very rewarding to see the positive impact that my business had on the industry and the people that we work with. That is very rewarding, I must say.
Okay, congratulations on that. As an agent that does not really do a lot of rentals, listening to what you're saying makes me almost want to start doing rentals as well.
That's a good thing. At least you know someone.
At least I know someone. Yes, definitely. Would you mind sharing some key skills or strategies that you found most effective in preparing for you to complete your NQF5 successfully? And especially with all the other responsibilities that you had going on?
Definitely. At the beginning, it was quite difficult to really find yourself a strategy that will work for you. So in the beginning, it was very up and down. Then this works and then it doesn't work. But at the end of the day, I managed to create a study schedule for myself. So I planned out dedicated study times to ensure that I stayed on track and I met my deadlines. That made it easier for myself at the end of the day. So, and also breaking tasks into manageable chunks, and I divided it into smaller achievable goals, making them less overwhelming for myself, because in the beginning, when you look at this large goal that you have and you're just trying to achieve it, it's difficult to do it when it feels overwhelming. So just breaking that into smaller chunks made it possible and less overwhelming. So, and also active learning techniques. I used techniques like summarizing my notes, creating concept maps, and discussing topics with peers that reinforced my understanding. That is also something that really helped me in this journey. Support system, I think, is the main thing. Family, friends, colleagues that provided valuable support and encouragement whenever help was needed. You can push on their buttons for assistance. I'm trying to think what more. Flexibility and adaptability. I was prepared to adjust my schedule as needed, ensuring that I could balance my studies with work and family responsibilities. And I think the most important, or another important thing, is self-care. Taking care of your physical and mental well-being was crucial in maintaining your energy and your focus. So by empowering these things in life, I was able to effectively manage my time, to stay motivated, and ultimately achieving the qualification despite all my other responsibilities that I had.
Yes, I think you mentioned quite a few things that is really important if you want to achieve big in life. And like, how do you eat the elephant? One bite at a time. So breaking down those big tasks into manageable, smaller tasks, I think is a very good thing to do. And also, like you said, your self-care and having that support system so that you've got people that you can talk to or people that you can contact if you get stuck somewhere, and just to be able to pivot and make changes in your daily life to still get to your goal. I think that is a very good advice that I hope other agents will also try and implement that into their businesses. So now that you've achieved this NQF5 qualification, how do you think it will enhance your real estate career and the service that you provide to your clients?
I think definitely knowledge and expertise. The qualification has equipped me with advanced knowledge and skills in real estate practice, like laws and regulations, which enables me to provide more informed and efficient services. Also improved client service, do I believe. With a deeper understanding of the industry and the best practices, I can offer more personalized and professional guidance to clients, helping them achieve their real estate goals. And also the increased credibility. Holding this qualification demonstrates my commitment to excellence and professionalism, which can increase client trust and confidence in my services. But Overall, my qualification will enable me to deliver a higher quality service, build stronger client relationships, and also drive business growth.
Very well done on that. So you are definitely a high achiever. What are your future goals within the real estate industry, and how do you envision our team playing a role in helping you achieve that?
Well, thank you very much for the recognition. My future goals within the real estate industry definitely includes expanding my rental management portfolio. So I aim to grow my business, increasing the numbers of properties under management, and also exploring new markets. Also, like developing specialized services. I would like to offer specialized services such as property investment advice or real estate consultation. So yeah, my envision our team playing a crucial role in helping us reach these goals. Definitely by collaborating solutions, like working together to develop new ideas and approaches that benefit our clients and the industry as a whole. I would also like to see other agents build a large and successful rental portfolio with us and grow to new horizons. That is the big aim. But yeah, we aim to be a support structure for agents who will be building their rental portfolio. And we know that by working together, I'm very confident that we can achieve great things and continue to drive success in this real estate industry.
Okay, so if I listen to what you're saying, we need to keep an eye on you because there's a lot of new things coming.
A lot of new things are coming.
That's very exciting. So what advice would you give other real estate agents who are also juggling the demand of personal lives and professional development?
Well, once again, getting back to personal or prioritizing your self-care, I think that is a very important thing. And also setting realistic goals. I mean, we need to be realistic about what you can achieve in your personal and your professional life. I mean, we need to set for ourselves achievable goals. The other thing is time management. That is key to doing this, and seeking support. Building a support network of family, friends, and colleagues who can help you navigate those challenges. And staying organized that is a main thing. We have so many tools and systems that can help us stay organized and focused. We must just use those tools and be flexible. I mean, life is very unpredictable. So we need to be prepared to adjust our plans and our priorities as needed. So by doing this, agents can better navigate the demands of their personal and professional lives, definitely.
So you keep on talking about self-care. Can you give me some examples of what you did to make sure that you look after yourself well?
Well, firstly, I think when it comes to self-care is staying on top of positive thoughts. Having a positive outlook on life, I think, is a really important aspect of our way of thinking. And by being positive in life, that will give us greater success in whatever you are busy with, whether it is in your personal life or business. It doesn't really matter. So that is one thing that I try to stay focused on, is having a positive mindset on everything that I do. Whenever I sit here in front of my computer and I know today I need to do a study on something of the NQF qualification, you automatically get overwhelmed with this feeling of, oh goodness, this is so a lot of work and I do not understand this question, or, immediately, automatically you will get a negative mindset. But you just need to set yourself that mind that today I'm going to be positive. I'm not going to allow any negative thoughts to navigate my mind. And for us women as well, standing up in the morning, getting ready, whether you're at home or going out to see clients, do your hair, do your makeup, make sure your nails are looked after, those type of things. That personal care is also very important, because if you feel good, you are good. And obviously, for those that got time, I used to do this in the past before I used to have my twins. For those that have time in the morning to exercise, whether it's Pilates or cardio or running or walking, those things are also very important for self-care, because I just believe if you do some sort of exercise, it just releases some sort of hormone that also enhances positive thoughts.
Yes, definitely. There's quite a few things that you mentioned that is good for keeping yourself positive and motivated. So definitely things that we can all implement into our lives. Something else that you mentioned was keeping by the times that you set aside. Is there some specific app or tool that you use that helped you with that?
To be honest with you, no, I actually used old school. So I've got my diary and I splitted my diary in two. So if it's Monday, I would split my diary in half. So I've got my times on the left and then I made notes on the right. So I've made my notes, my first three things which I will prioritize in the morning. That's the most important things that I would like to do. I would mark them as the first three things that I need to do. And then obviously on the left-hand side where it's times, I have time slotted myself. Let's say I would say from 8 to 9, I would want to do a study on one question. And then from 9 to 10, let's do a mental break. And then from 10 to 11, we start and do a study again. And then we take a 15-minute break and then we go on. So that is how I used how I scheduled my time. I tried to use apps and stuff, but yeah, I just don't think I've got the discipline, the big enough discipline to use the apps the way it's supposed to be used.
And I think an excuse that I hear very often is that life happens. So what happens if the twins need your attention between 10 and 11 when you have booked yourself to do one of the activities that you need to do for your qualification?
Well, life happens. So I would work around that schedule. As I also mentioned earlier, to be flexible and just plan ahead. So if they need my attention within the times that I've allocated for myself, I would allocate a little extra time during later during the night so that I can make up for the time that I have lost. So if I would step out for a half an hour out of the hour that I have set aside for myself, I would spend from 4 o'clock up until 4:30 to make up for whatever I have lost, if it's necessary. I mean, you adjust according to the work that you need to be done for the day. So if it is needed, then yeah, I just work it in the evening, if it's possible as well.
Yes. So if I listen to what you're saying, if you made a decision to do it, you make a plan on getting it done.
Yes, exactly.
So would you mind sharing a specific success story with us, whether it is an agent that you supported with your rental management business or a client that you assisted in